So, Crisis on Earth 1. Tons of great news coming out of there recently, right? Feels like the game's right around the corner, doesn't it? Come on, Techo, where's the fucking update, man?
What the fuck is taking so long?
Nah, I'm just playing. Seriously though, if you guys have been trying to keep up with news and updates for the Crisis on Earth 1 fan game, you've probably noticed there hasn't really been all that much in the way of updates recently. After the most recent actual update, all we've really gotten was a Christmas video featuring Bebo. Now I know it looks like the game hasn't really seen any progress since then, but trust me, there's been a ton of new models and game mechanics being worked on. It just hasn't been shared with anybody other than the higher ranking people on the game's Discord for a couple of reasons. But look, all that stuff looks so fucking awesome, I can't just help keep some of this stuff secret. So let's not waste any more time here, let's get into it and see all the cool news and new developments for Crisis on Earth 1. Alright, so the first big thing we have to talk about is also probably the biggest piece of news surrounding the whole game. See, Techo announced to the rest of the dev team a few weeks ago, back in late December, that Crisis on Earth 1 is going to be moving to the Unreal Engine after spending its entire development, up till that point anyway, in Unity. In the announcement he posted about it, Techo mentioned a couple different reasons for wanting to switch over to a new engine, like wanting everybody who's working on the game to be able to work on the game. Up till now, it seems like it's mostly been Techo having to implement all the new models and mechanics by himself, adding in controller support, and working out a way to successfully add multiplayer. There were also apparently problems with the enemy AI and some pretty decent glitches, but supposedly these were ironed out at some point. Personally, I don't see a problem. I think these are awesome and hilarious. Regardless, everybody on the dev team seemed to be highly supportive of the change in game engines, and Techo himself said at the time that moving over to an entirely new engine shouldn't leave the game in development for much longer, if it'll even take longer to finish in the first place. But just in case some of you guys out there are like, this sucks, this game's gonna take forever now, just think, this could have been a lot worse. Apparently Techo updated Unity and that somehow completely screwed with the game's files, and now the original Unity version of the game doesn't even work anymore. Of course nobody knew that till he gave everybody access to the Unity file and said, have at it, play the game if you want.
God f***ing damn it!
Unity sucks. Thankfully, everybody's been able to transfer pretty much everything over to Unreal or went and remade it, as they've been doing anyway throughout the development process, and everything actually looks pretty damn cool. Like, check out some of these new models Noah Cody's been working on. There's this one for Blitzkrieg from the recent Freedom Fighters animated series. It looks a little shiny, you know, but it is a work in progress, so I'm sure Noah will figure it out by the time the model's added to the game. I'm hoping this means Earth X is going to end up playing more of a role in the overall story than Techo's been letting on so far, but that's just me. Noah also went ahead and did the body for Elongated Man with that shitty gray suit on. Holy hell, that sucks. Not the model, that part's awesome, I just mean the actual costume sucks. Thankfully, Techo already announced that alternate costumes are going to be a thing, so hopefully we'll get to see Ralph in his new Arrowverse costume as Noah keeps working on the model. We also get a new Barry Allen face, more directly modeled on actor Grant Gustin from CrimsonedRenz. Damn, that is impressive. Seriously, if you haven't already subbed to CrimsonedRenz's channel yet, go ahead and do it right now and let him know I sent you. Seriously though, out of all the stuff I'm going to show you guys in this video, this one's really the only one you guys might have seen on your own, since Renz actually shared some looks at this one on his Twitter after he shared it on the game's Discord. There's also a few other redesigns coming from Ralph, like this new lightning trail for speedsters and a new breach effect. Personally, I like both, but I was a huge fan of the way the lightning looked and moved in the Flash-centric update Techo uploaded way back when. This new lightning looks more like the one we got in Update 3. Maybe it's just me, I don't know, but I still like the new lightning. It looks pretty cool. As for the breach, I assume it's for whenever we have Cisco traveling between universes, as we've already been told we'll be able to do, but who knows. Maybe this is how Zoom reappears in the game's story, like he breaches himself over to Earth 1, you know, despite already being the Black Flash. Or maybe the main villain of the game opens their own breaches to jump around and invade different universes, and that's how all the characters tie into the main story. Or maybe I'm totally wrong, who knows. I'm pretty sure the main story hasn't even been fully fleshed out yet. Speaking of, Professor Zoom's been working on a ton of new music pieces, including a take on the game's main theme, which I've been playing over this entire video, so I hope you guys like it as much as I do, along with a jazzy tune, probably for like an Earth 2 Jitters or something. A Western theme for the Legends, and a piano track for a saloon setting, also for the Legends. Now honestly, I have no idea how most of these are going to play into the game's overall story since, as I mentioned earlier, the story hasn't been fully worked out. Obviously there's going to be a fair amount of time travel.
No shit.
But that's all I got. Either way, all of these tracks are super cool. I love the music Zoom's been making recently, and I really hope he makes a bunch of extra tracks soon. And finally, this is one of my favorite updates on the game. Remember how I said earlier that Techo was hoping that Unreal would help with finally getting multiplayer working? Well, Reverse actually revealed a new multiplayer test a few weeks ago, and it looks awesome. I mean, just look at that. That's fucking insane. Can you imagine what it's gonna look like when this thing's all done? Maybe players could race each other, or there could be like a tournament arcade mode set in the arena in Gorilla City, or a Friday the 13th style game with a bunch of speedsters on one side and Black Flash on the other, or even just a big free-for-all cage match, kind of like that one promo the CW put out there a few years ago. There's so many possibilities here. But wait, you might be saying, a new multiplayer test? Doesn't that mean there was one before this? What happened to it? Well, Professor Zoom and Reverse did release some older test footage of multiplayer on the Unity engine around the same time Techo's announcement went up, but I guess it wasn't working as well as they hoped or something. I'm not entirely sure what the reason was behind it not working, because it actually looks pretty cool, it looks functional, but whatever, at least there's still plans to get multiplayer up and running at some point, and so far things look like they're moving along pretty well. And that's about it. That's everything I'm aware of as far as updates go. I don't know what all's going on with the story, and I honestly have no idea when early access or the public demo are going to be rolling out, especially since everything's moved over to a new engine. Either way, there's been so many cool new things that everybody on the Crisis on Earth 1 team's been working on, and honestly I think the overall game looks pretty damn great so far. Big props to everybody working on the game right now. You guys are awesome and deserve a ton of respect for bringing the game as far as you did. And if you guys are hyped for this game and you've been loving everything I've showed you in this video, then be sure to sub to Techo's channel right here on YouTube, and don't forget to check out the official Crisis on Earth 1 Reddit page and the official Discord so you can keep up with all the latest updates on the game. All those links are going to be in the description. And if you're excited to play the game, or there's a feature or a character you're excited to mess around with, then go ahead and let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, I will see you all next time. Hey, thanks for watching. If you like this video, then go ahead and click that like button, and if you're new, maybe consider clicking that subscribe button too. I've also got links to my Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and Patreon in the description. You should probably check those out too. And if you want to see more of my content, then you can click the link to my last video. It's right there in the middle of your screen. Alright, and I will see you all next time.